What's up, YouTubers? This is your boy Big Metroid Fan 12 coming to you with another video game review. And in this review, I'm going to talk about the game Time Splitters 2, which was released on the Xbox, PlayStation 2, and GameCube by Eidos Interactive and Free Radicals Design. Now, this game is a sequel to the first Time Splitter game, which was also released on Xbox, PlayStation 2, and GameCube. Now, the plot of the game is that Sergeant Cortez has to travel through different time periods in different locations so he can take the time crystals away from the alien race called the Time Splitters and stuff. Now, there's certain things you have to do before you get to the main menu. First of all, you have to select like 1 player, 2 player, 3 player, or 4 player. Then you have to create a new profile or select an existing profile and stuff. Good thing is that you can create how many profiles you want, whether it's 4 or 5 or whatever the case. And once you do all that, you'll see the main menu where it's story, arcade, challenge, map maker, and options and stuff. Now, the story mode, of course, is the single player mode where you play as Sergeant Cortez and stuff. And pretty much there's 10 stages where you play in different locations like Siberia 1990 and Chicago during 1932. Other places like Neo Tokyo in 2019 and Aztec ruins in 1920. And that's pretty much an example of what to look forward to in this game. And pretty much each stage in the story mode has its own list of main objectives and secondary objectives. Now, the main objectives are what you need, of course, to complete each level and stuff like that. And if you succeed in completing the secondary objectives, you get specific bonuses and unlockables and things like that and everything. And what's interesting about Time Splitter 2 in terms of the story mode, you can select the difficulty before you play each stage, where you can select easy, normal, or hard. Because I don't think there's any other game that allows you to do that were released on the GameCube, Xbox, and PlayStation at least. I haven't seen a game like that since. And pretty much during in the pause menu, you can make changes to the controls regards to the stick and button configurations. You can change things in the preferences rather. You can check your current weapon inventory. You can check the objective status and look at the briefing and stuff. And this game, since it's a first-person shooter, has weapon classes like you would see in like Call of Duty, Halo, and stuff like that, where you have handguns, shotguns, assault rifles, sniper rifles, heavy weapons, and mines and stuff. You can also use a fire extinguisher, but I don't know why you would need one in Time Splitters 2, but you do get one, you know what I'm saying? But I, I think you rarely use it though, you know what I'm saying? Now in the arcade mode, it has a league mode where you can play under amateur league, honorary league, and elite league. And all three of them have 5 specific games that you could play under, you know what I'm saying? And each game has a specific game mode, arena, and specific character that you play under and everything. And if you win each game, you can unlock different stuff like characters and different game modes and stuff like that. And the arcade custom is essentially the multiplayer mode of the game, you know what I'm saying, where you can play different game modes like deathmatch and team deathmatch and stuff like that, along with other game modes like bag tag and shrink and stuff like that. Now, once you like pick the map and stuff like that, you can make specific changes like you would in any other multiplayer mode and other first person shooter games, like the score limit, time limit, and music and stuff like that. And this game also include bots, you know what I'm saying, which is a rare thing in a multiplayer for first person shooter game, you know what I'm saying. Now in the challenge mode, it's pretty much similar to the arcade league, but it's like a harder version of it. I think, you know what I'm saying, and it has like different games to it also, and a different like objective for each game. You know what I'm saying? So you can expect it to be harder and stuff like that. Now with Map Maker, it's pretty much self-explanatory from the name of the mode. You know what I'm saying? But you can pick beginner and advanced. With beginner, you can pick tiles, items, and like pretty much change colors to the lights and stuff like that. And with Map Maker, a good rule of thumb with beginner at least is to put in the tiles first and then put in um, the items within the different locations where you put down the tiles at. Now with advanced, what they just essentially included story enemies and game logic, but everything else essentially remains the same. You can pretty much add more stuff from story enemies and game logic. You can be as detailed as you want in regards to map maker and stuff. Now, in options, of course, you make the usual adjustments like the controls and preferences like that I mentioned earlier, which is also in the pause menu of the story mode. You can also view your stats, arcade awards, and galleries and stuff. You can also make changes to the audio in terms of adjusting the sound from the music and the sound effects and stuff. And view the cutscenes and end credits and the usual, the usual stuff. Now with the graphics and design, they're pretty good. You know what I'm saying? It seemed like they're a product of its time when Time Splitter 2 came out. You know what I'm saying? It's not. It kind of aged, but not as poorly as other games like say Scorpion King, Rise of the Acadian stuff. Now with the controls and gameplay, they're pretty good, and you can adjust it however you want you know what I'm saying. If the default button and stick configuration is not to your liking and stuff. Now the soundtrack is pretty much pretty good for what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's not the best soundtrack that I've heard from games that were released on the PS2, GameCube, and Xbox, but it's pretty good nonetheless. Now, honestly, Time Splitter 2 has a decent number of game modes that you can play under arcade and challenge. You know what I'm saying? Um, they didn't. To me, they didn't cheap out on what games you can play and all that. You know. Now, to me, if you like Time Splitters, you're gonna enjoy Time Splitters 2 because Time Splitter 2 is a pretty good game and stuff. As far as the score, I definitely give it an 8 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, you can sound off in the comment section about Time Splitters 2, whether you like the story mode, the challenge mode, or the arcade mode, and whatever the case. You know what I'm saying? You can even talk about the first Time Splitter game if you want. And if you like this video, don't hesitate to click the thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification button. This is your boy Big Metro and Fan 12 signing off.